Parker, everybody's favorite podcast boss. Or at least, that's the image that he wants you to believe. Did you know that Colin Parker has 37 distinct Instagram accounts where he posts photos of people's pets and says, "What a dumb animal"? Oh yeah? Did you know that Colin Parker can't even do a standing front flip with no preparation at all? And he says he's extremely strong. Everybody's favorite Colin Parker says that he's very good at all video games, but there's an easily accessible subreddit called Colin Parker Isn't That Good at Every Video Game, only a couple of them. Colin actually wears a wig, but a wig for a beard. Colin went his entire second grade career without eating a single vegetable. Colin actually has a secret second row of teeth, and what are those for? What other secrets is he hiding? I mean, there could be literally thousands of things we don't know about Colin Parker. Who is Colin Parker really?
This is Bug and Moss in the Morning, and my name is Eric.
Ew, good morning from the Skittering Studios underneath your favorite rock. It is 7 o'clock on the dot, for sure.
Totally.
On the Bug and Moss morning telephone show. My name is Moss.
My name's Bug.
And what you just heard was a hit piece that was put out on Colin Parker by my friend Jordan Reed.
I didn't know any of that about Colin.
I didn't know any of that about Colin either, man. I'm going to have to talk to him. Second set of teeth?
Yeah. I mean, I'm jealous of that one.
The Instagram accounts?
Honest.
All of it. I'm suspicious of everything.
I kind of get the Instagram accounts. I think it's, people are kind of, really into their pets sometimes. Take them down a peg.
That was a thing that Jordan made for, radio way back in the day. And submitted to, and we ran on that. And I was just scrambling to find someone to open the show with today, and I stumbled on it, and I was like, that would be fun. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Coyote Astronaut. Good morning, Rerun. Good morning, N Squared. Good morning, Egg Queen, our digital darling. Good morning, 60 watts light bulb. And yeah, I think that's everyone who's here right now. And Daddy, of course. Good morning to Daddy, my favorite computer in my house, for sure.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I like they do stuff, our other computers.
Rerun says, no one's looking at the clock, I promise. Thank you, Rerun.
Yeah, thank you.
And Squared says, 4 minutes aren't even real minutes. That's absolutely true. Coyote wants a second set of teeth, a second row of teeth.
Yeah, it'd be good to have. I think it's fucked up. Okay, so this leads me right in. It's fucked up that we get one shot at a new set of teeth, and it happens so early. What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry. You get one new set of teeth, yeah.
Excuse me?
I mean, I'm grateful that I had those to discard.
Why did you say you get two?
Because you get two sets of teeth in your life.
Which one? You mean the ones you grow in?
Did you not have baby teeth?
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. That's fine. You get two sets of teeth by this logic that you have. Anyway, I think it is fucked up.
The first ones are teeth.
They are, but you don't start with teeth.
No.
So they just are teeth.
I don't understand, Buck. What do you mean? Yeah, they're teeth. They come in, they're smaller than normal teeth.
My whole point is about an extra set of teeth.
You want more teeth.
I think it's fucked up. You get one chance to trade them all in.
You get two.
You don't get two chances to trade them all in. Now you're being ridiculous.
Oh, no. You get two chances to try them, though.
I guess.
As N Squared said, a third set of teeth. Yeah. I wish, and what age should they come out, Bug? What age should you grow in your second set, your double adult teeth?
You should get, I think 50.
50?
Yeah.
That's a long time. Then you only got 20 years left to use those teeth. 55, Egg Queen. Bro, I want these at 30. I fucked them up in my 20s.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You fucked them up. But the reality is most people will fuck their teeth up, and if I've learned anything from my grandmother, Virgo Queen, we all love her, it is that she used to be a dental assistant, and she would be I'd be like, oh, like a hygienist or whatever. She's like, no, I was an assistant. I was like a receptionist at the dental office. She wants to make it very clear that she did not have training to be a dentist. She gets really mad when I insinuate that she did. But she's really intense about teeth. And she's like, the one like piece of advice that really sticks with me is that you should try to keep as many teeth as you can into your older years, and you should try to take care of them as best you can. And so that makes me feel like the best time to get your final set of teeth is about 50.
I disagree, because when you get your first set of teeth, I'm not capable of learning about how to take care of them. My parents are still like, brush your teeth and go to bed. And then I lose them and I gain my other teeth during that same period of life. And then I fuck them up in my 20s when I'm like, I don't need to brush my teeth tonight, or like, oh, I'll just drink all this soda.
I know, but that's why I think you might need some more time to be fully trustworthy for your final set.
If I got a new set at 30, I would be laughing right now. And 60 Watts Light Bulb says, one time someone I knew lost the same tooth twice and it grew back both times.
I think that probably is a thing. Some people probably have an extra tooth down there.
That's crazy. That's wild.
I have a friend whose tonsils grew back.
That also
can happen.
Weird. He's like a lizard or whatever, or like a crab.
Yeah.
Can crabs grow limbs back, or is that just lizards?
I can't remember.
L, our digital darling, says, it's the final teeth set.
That's right.
60 Watts Lipo says, bro, and I got a couple duds. Yo, same. 60 Watts Lipo says, 2 of my teeth grew and screwed. Yeah, my fucking back molars came in without like all their enamel, and then they immediately got fucked. It was terrible. Yeah, teeth are awful.
Well, and it's hard because it is predominantly genetics. Like we all want to be really hard on ourselves, but like it's genetics. I'm blessed with #blessed. Very good teeth. I never had to get braces. I never really had to do anything.
Yeah, you have braces teeth and you didn't do jack shit for it. 60 Watts Light Bulb had the same exact thing happen to them as it happened to me. Same thing. Not enough enamel, but they caught it before both rotted. Yeah, I got like sealant and stuff put on them, but then that like chipped, and then I had to get a root canal.
Oh, God. They should have just fucking pulled those out.
And then I got
That's brutal.
Oh, God, it sucked.
60 Watt. Did you also have the situation that Mason did where his sister had such fucked up teeth that nobody else got to have dental care because hers was so bad?
Yeah. Yeah, I was originally supposed to have springs and pistons to spread my teeth out in my mouth. Luckily, they got big enough, my teeth in my mouth, I guess. But my sister needed it more, and it's expensive, and we were very poor. N Squared said, hey, Brooke, brag about it, Chip Skylark.
I know.
Got him. High five, N Squared. Yeah, good shit. Lipo had braces and an expander. Ed Queen said that she had braces twice and says, and now I got fucking divots. Do braces put divots on your teeth?
They can.
I didn't know that. I thought that they didn't do that. I know when they do Invisalign, they have to like glue little boxes to your teeth that all the fake teeth snap into.
Yeah, I was looking at the little nubs in Ian's mouth. Fucking weird, creepy ass looking things.
Yeah, Ian's got them too. But those they're just like glued on. They just take those off.
They build them on. It just looks like part of your tooth.
Yeah, and then they just knock it off, right?
Yeah.
I want to do Invisalign because my bottom teeth are fucked. My overbite is super weird because I think my teeth would line up, but my bottom teeth just decided to go flat in the front and straight across and like kind of push in.
When we when we pay our dentist, because we're currently a little bit in the red with her, love her. She's an icon.
She's so great.
We should ask her about Invisalign and see if we, we'll see if we get on Medicaid, and then we'll see if we can get you some Invisalign.
Yeah. Yeah, we can think of it. It's very low on my priorities list.
Oh, it's pretty high on my priorities list because, like, as far as health and stuff goes.
Oh, the Invisalign part isn't health, though. That's just.
It is. It's part of like braces aren't just cosmetic. They also keep your teeth from getting worse.
Yeah, but my teeth are fine. Currently, except for like they weren't fine. They are currently in a state. They're in a holding pattern now.
Yeah, I'm team teeth. I'm going to make this kid get his tooth health right because we had to go to the emergency dentist You had to go, but we had to pay for it.
I had an abscess, and boy, howdy, have I never felt more pain in my life standing over a sink at like 2 a.m., just like sobbing straight into it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's still like, oh, my teeth, who cares? No, we're going to focus on those things.
No,
we're going to get all those whites pearly, all those little bones
All that
fixed
stuff
up.
is sorted out now. Everything's in
It can
stasis.
happen again. We
Yeah.
gotta keep on the teeth.
I'm just saying I don't need Invisalign before I get a job.
Listen, as much as listen, if we get on Medicaid, yes, you do. I don't know what you don't understand about this. But also, I forgot what I was going to say. It's gone.
That's fine. I want to move off of talking about my teeth.
Okay. Whose teeth do you want to talk about?
Anybody else's. And Square said I had braces for extra long because I kept not adhering to the braces safe food list and breaking them. I can't imagine doing that. I would not be able to do that at all.
Yeah.
And Square said my teeth are fine. Famous last words. Elle said teeth pits from gums expanding and receding due to teeth movement. Oh.
That's rough.
It is crazy to think about how all that shit moves.
Yeah.
I really want to think of these as there, like concrete. They're stuck. They're in there. They don't move. And that's not true. And I hate that.
Another thing that's gross to think about is that you can get eye braces.
What do you mean eye braces?
Well, what does a brace do?
Well, it holds things in place.
No, it reshapes things. A brace, in a lot of ways, is about like if you're born with like a leg deformity, you might get leg braces to help reshape your leg or your foot. And an eye brace is helped to, since a lot of vision issues are caused by your eye being the wrong shape. That's what an astigmatism is. You can get eye braces, which is like a hard contact that you wear that can help reshape your eye.
That's crazy.
Isn't that cool?
That's super cool. I'm assuming that only works in a very specific age window.
No, I think I know someone who has them now. I'm sure it works better. I mean, it's not true that your eye you're born with your eyes the size they're going to be. Like your eyes do grow.
Yeah, is it like a plastic tape?
No, it's like a contact lens that's hard. There are hard contact lenses for a lot of reasons.
That makes it way less crazy sounding. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, because your eye, your eye is the lens. You have the retina in the back, which is the light sensitive thing, and then you have your shit going on in the front, and it's all based on sort of that shape in the distance and the way light refracts. So it totally makes sense that like a contact lens that is hard could sort of grab the front of your eye, bend it a little bit, and then suddenly the light is focusing back on the spot it's supposed to be, and you eventually. The thing that's wild to me is that it trains your eye, and you can like leave it, like take it out, and then it stays. That's nuts.
That I don't know enough about. Although if I was gonna be a doctor, I think I'd be an ophthalmologist. I think that's the kind of freak I am. It's like the kind of gross I like. Like I think I could be a dentist, but it's almost too nasty.
The smells.
The smells are hard. The dentist, and they say, like, if you ask your dentist what's the hardest part, they'll tell you it's the smell.
Bug Fan Club says, grab the front of your eye. Jesus. As says, I had braces for years and then didn't wear my retainer, so I have a tooth gap now. Oopsies.
Tooth gaps are so cute, though.
Yeah, so like it was a choice. It's just like it's a fashion choice.
That's fashion. Sorry.
And Squared says Teeth Pit's first album is Eye Brace.
I saw that and I love that. I have a permanent retainer. Does anybody have one of those?
Oh, that's what that little metal bar is, right?
Yeah, I never had braces, but my bottom teeth are a little bit overcrowded and they drift.
You ever use that to like slice cheese, like a cheese stick, like take a cheese stick and
well, what you just said is exactly why it's a bit difficult, because it's really hard to clean under.
Oh.
Because it's just sort of like you put in the little boxes for Invisalign. It's just glued to the back of my teeth, and like there's like the tooth glue that looks like tooth built up around it. But it's great, and I went to a dentist who was like, hey, this shit can be kind of expensive. Let's put this in. And then I went to a different dentist who understood how poor I was, and it was kind of broken. And I was like, what do I need to do? And she's like, well, you could come in for another appointment and pay another copay, or you could hold really still for a second.
Well, you sounded for a very brief moment like one of Marge Simpson's moms or aunts, or you know the Simpsons, the two?
Yeah.
And they're like the smokers.
They're amazing. They're iconic. Selma and Alma.
Something like that. You sounded like them for a brief moment.
Thank
you started
you.
to slip into it as your voice was cracking, and I was like, that was really cute. Daddy, my computer says, my teeth, they're not exactly sparkling like those fancy newfangled ones you see online, but at least I still have them. Angry face. Daddy disliked that. So I guess Daddy canonically has teeth now.
I have some bad news for everybody.
Yeah.
I canonically have a bag of human teeth, so Daddy is going to canonically have teeth.
You sound like Selma again a little bit.
Well,
yeah, you do have a bag of human teeth. No, you're not going to put them on.
He just said.
Oh, Christ. That'll be fun. I'm excited to see what you do with that, Bug.
Alex also has a bag of human teeth. What's up? People do not like it when I say that.
Well, you bought him off Fiverr.
That's not true.
You bought him off Etsy.
Yep.
Yes, I almost got him. 60 Watts Light Bulb said, I have a minor astigmatism. That's not the message I meant to read. I scrolled up too
We
far.
care, 60 Watt. We do.
We do. L says Tokyo teeth drift. And Square says I've always wanted to pull a tooth out with a string tied to a door.
I have tried it because I kind of yanked all my baby teeth out.
I feel like a door doesn't have as much mass anymore. I think that came from
I know exactly what you mean.
It came from the era when doors were made of solid wood. Like, you ever been in an old house and shut an old house door? That's got mass. These fucking plywood and paper doors, tie a string to it, throw it as hard as you can. It's just going to go and then stop.
My
There's
dad
no
and
weight
I
to it.
were tragically in cahoots about this. And so he was like, we knew that the door wouldn't be enough swing on its own. And so he just slammed it and it still didn't come out. And so I was just kind of like yanked forward.
Did he even push the door all the way?
Yeah, no, he slammed it.
That's the only way I can imagine doing it. Is you have to guide it the whole way. And that didn't work.
No, my tooth wasn't loose enough, but I pulled my baby teeth out with pliers. I would just fuss with them all day. Bad stuff. Don't do it, kids.
Oh, I do miss the feeling of pulling out a tooth, though. I wish I could feel that one more time.
Yeah.
That's not true. Holy shit. That's maybe why I'm not allowed to make wishes.
Yeah.
Because
there
I
it is. He
experience
finally
that.
gets it. He finally gets it.
Oh, boy. Emily wanted to know that your teeth are someone else's that you bought.
They're someone else's. I would not pay for my own teeth. My teeth are free to me.
Do your parents have your teeth? Elle says, my mom has mine and Tevis's teeth in bags.
My mom did keep mine in her underwear drawer forever. I don't know if she still has them or if I was like, this is creepy, throw these away.
Did you see where Alex said that his bag of teeth is a mix of baby teeth and puppy teeth?
Oh, you can make some cool stuff with that.
Make some wild jewelry. And
I wish I had my baby teeth. I would make jewelry out of it.
And Square says, gotta do what Jackass did, tie the string to a Lamborghini.
Oh, God.
That's so very Jackass. We saw Steve-O live.
We did. It was a
in
great
Lexington
show.
a couple years ago, and it was wild.
Yeah, that was one of the better, not Meet Your Heroes. We didn't meet him, but it was a really small venue. It was the Lexington Opera House. It was an awesome place to see him. And it was such a cool show because I grew up loving Jackass so much. I made my mom take me to see Jackass 3D. She's so iconic. She did not have a good time, but I say that, but all she watched growing up was Cops. And now when I go to her house, she's watching these TV shows that are just footage of people fighting.
Oh, yeah, that's
I think
right.
she's fine with Jackass.
Yeah, she was watching. It was clips, just clips that were collected from the internet, grocery store freakouts.
Yeah, Road Rage Edition.
I am casting no stones because I sat right there next to her and watched the shit out of it.
Did. I was like, what is this eating popcorn?
Yeah, it was wild. Well, when you haven't seen TV in a while,
Yeah,
it's
TV's
pretty
crazy
to see TV again. Sorry, Lightbulb, that Daddy keeps calling you a dude. Daddy struggles a lot with pronouns to the extent that Daddy refers to himself with all of them at different times in his diary.
That is iconic.
So I think, yeah, it's just completely busted. Emily says I have a horse tooth sitting on my desk. Is it big? Be honest.
Yeah, is it big? Horse
honest.
teeth you can tell their age by their teeth, right? They're kind of I feel like horse teeth are more similar to whale teeth than I was expecting.
What do you mean?
Well, they're just
whale teeth is baleen.
Yeah, but the horse teeth are just weirder than I thought they'd be.
Y'all know about baleen?
Baleen's crazy. Baleen's a beautiful name for a girl.
Yeah, for sure. It's also hair. It's hair teeth. It's
I did know this.
Weird and wild, man. Oh, I'm glad, Bug. I'm glad you know about the truth about baleen.
The truth about baleen.
The truth about baleen is my next novel that's coming out. Speaking of that, why don't we go ahead and turn our heads to the phone?
Let's do it.
848 Moss Bug is the number to call. 648, wait, nope, that's just numbers. 848-6677-284. 848 Moss Bug is the number to call. The truth come out. This is a voicemail from AJ.
Hey, Bug and Moss. AJ here. So, I am behind a couple episodes.
That's
So
fine.
I listened to today's episode, and it was one where Brooke called for a call to arms about animes, the anime that
Hell yeah.
what got me into anime.
Talking
The
anime.
one that got me to actually watch anime, after search out and find it, that was not on Cartoon Networks, Adult Swim or anything like that, was one called, I can never pronounce it, it's like Rosario Vampire.
Dude, I watched Rosario Vampire like crazy.
Of course you did.
There were panty shots. That's
there
how
were.
I found it. I was like, oh, whoa. And so younger AJ, very much like that. Which, as an adult anime fan, sucks. Because apparently, like, the manga was so much better and it wasn't glorified in that negative connotation. Well, not negative, but it was all about panties and everything.
It's
there.
fan service.
You're gonna have to tell me what this.
Rosario Vampire. That's what got me to start watching anime, and then I've been devolving ever since. Sidebar from that, I have a bunch of notes from, because again, I am behind on stuff. I have a bunch of notes about random things that I wanted to respond to you guys about. So I'm going to wait to call about those, but I've got just like a list of things.
Oh, hell yeah.
That I've just been writing down that I've been meaning to call in about, and I just have not. So do you want me to just do that? Randomly call in, like, episode 191.
Yeah.
You guys talked about this, and this was my response to that.
Yeah.
What do you guys want?
I love that.
Love you guys. We have a wonderful night. And boy.
Love you too, AJ. Thank you for calling in. Yeah, if you want to call into the show, there are no rules, just right. If you want to like make a list of 100 different ideas and then you want to just sit down on a Saturday and call us 100 times in a row, fucking go for it. That's fine.
I think doing a rapid fire is very funny.
Yeah.
Like, just be like, all right, let's go down the list.
But I think also, like, you don't have to necessarily reference any given episode. If you just want to start with, like, hey, I heard y'all talking about this, and I wanted to say this. Or even if you're just like, hey, I'm thinking about this. It doesn't have to be built on anything we said. Treat the voicemail like your own personal fucking, well, maybe not your own personal. Treat your voicemail like something that might get played on the show, but I don't care what you say or put in there.
Coyote Astronaut says AJ has 95 theses to nail on y'all's door.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I love that. So what AJ was referring to is this like really common thing in anime, which definitely still happens, but feels like it's a little bit more self-referential and like fun and in the right place. But the whole like panty shot thing is like typically directly referred to as fan service. And I think the idea was that like people wouldn't watch it if they didn't put a bunch of panty shots in it.
Is it just a shot of like panties?
Yeah, it's just like anything that's sort of...
Oh, someone in them. I was thinking like scattered on the ground. I was thinking like a camera panning across like a bed and there's panties on it. I think I understand now.
So fan service, let's see what the internet has to say. Fan service, classically sexual in nature, is material in a work of fiction or in a fictional series that is intentionally added to please the audience. It may depict fictional characters in revealing outfits, poses, or situations, occasionally involving partial or full nudity.
Oh, I've used the word fan service wrong for years.
What do you think it means?
I thought it was just when a show does something it knows its fan base will like, despite that degrading like the narrative quality of the show.
Still true.
Oh,
like
okay.
it has a sexual connotation, but I do think that would still be applicable. It is overall though, like it can just be when you're doing with something where it's like an art, right? Like people will produce art books of their characters that is not canonical. Like they'll be in outfits they would never wear or like doing things they would never do. And it can be really fun. I think where it becomes unfun is when it's not, I don't know, there's just like, when it's not like fun, when it's not like the artist having a good time, but it's just like, no one will watch this if we don't put boobs in it. You know?
I feel like Supernatural, every episode that happens after the original writers left when the show is supposed to end, everything after that, which I think at this point is the majority of it, is fan service.
I think that's exactly right.
Lightbulb says that is also fan service, but in anime, it's usually relegated to more sus stuff. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That tracks more. My first anime was... I almost said Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It was fucking Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I think.
Really?
Well, the first time I sat down and watched an anime.
Oh, like a whole one.
All the way through.
I think that's a good
Although I watched a lot of Zoids back in the day when that was on Cartoon Network.
Is that an anime?
It was it was absolutely an anime. It was a lot of kids in these giant robot animals fighting. There was
hell
the
yeah.
liger. It was sick.
I had some toys from this
Alex
because
knows what I'm talking about.
I used to get grab bags at the anime convention that I would go to as a kid. And I was like, what the fuck are these? It's like a dog that turns into Big Ben.
I think Zoids was designed to sell toys. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it was.
Looking at it, I think that is right.
But it fucking ripped, man. The combat was so cool. Big fighting robots, that's all I need. But I'm very particular about the type.
Yeah.
Recommend me a good mech anime. But know this. I like big, heavy, slow, chunky mechs. And I dislike extremely humanoid, sleek, super fast mechs. There can be like one or two of those. But the majority of them should look like a shack that stood up and started walking. And if you know any of those,
have you seen
wanna know
Howl's
them.
Moving Castle? Does that count?
Yeah, I love that. Loved that. Mech warrior games are my favorite games, but I want an anime about mech pilots. I feel like there's got to be more good mech media.
Yeah, it's one of those things though where like there's a lot of anime about mech, but we've dealt with this with video games too. A lot of it falls short. Like a lot of it that we have access to. There might be lots of stuff that's not translated or hasn't made it over here, but a lot of it is just like, this wasn't really what I was looking for.
Elle said, was Zoids like Bionicles? And yes, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
The Bionicles movies were pretty epic, though, if I remember correctly. I saw like, you ever see the Bionicles movie?
No, dude.
No, that's some like Lego baby shit. And I don't know if
I
you were a
remember
Lego
commercials for Bionicles.
baby. Yeah. Cody Ashton said Baba Yaga's house and went out and picked a fight.
Hell yeah. I love, right in the chat, 60 Watts Lightbulb said, Howl's Moving Castle. You know, the book that the movie was based on is fire. It is. The book is really good and it's different. It's like, I think this is typically true with anything sort of like in the Miyazaki space, but they did different things in a way that makes complete sense and adaptation should be different, but they're both really worth enjoying.
Where'd it go? Cody Ashton said Baba Yaga's house went out and picked a fight. And N-Square said Evangelion. I've heard Evangelion, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I know it's sad, and I know it involves mechs, and the theme song rips. That's what I've got. Neon Genesis Evangelion.
That's not Neon Genesis?
Evangelion.
Okay. It's the place where neon comes from?
Yeah, it's the genesis of neon.
That's neat.
I wonder if in the show, I don't know. I've only absorbed things through osmosis, but I wonder if neon is more referring to like Neo or like future. I don't know.
Neon could be referring to the bright glow, such as the bright glow that comes off of our community partners. It is 7:31 on the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show, which means it's time for us to remind you that we are supported exclusively and solely by our supporters over on Patreon. Patreon.com/Bug and Moss. We don't have ads on our Twitch channel or our YouTube channel. I think we'll probably end up having ads on YouTube when we get to that point. Because they're a lot easier to block. But we're not ever going to have ads on Twitch if I can avoid it. So if you want to help keep this show running, go to patreon.com/Bug and Moss. Our community partner level, you can support for $24.99 a month, and you'll get ad reads at least once a week. And today I want to tell you a little bit about my good friend, Colin M. Parker, who you may have remembered hearing a little bit about in the beginning of this show. But aside from also having a second row of teeth and lying about being good at video games, Colin streams on twitch.tv/Colin M. Parker Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. On Mondays, Colin does No Bones Crew at 5 p.m. I'm part of that. So we're going to be playing some games tonight at 5 p.m. on Colin's channel, twitch.tv/Colin Parker. On Wednesday, he's doing the Fallout Final Fantasy franchise reset series. Wednesdays at 6 p.m., where he's playing through all the Final Fantasy games, and you can donate subs and bits to kick him back to previous saves or even previous games. And he does music shows on Friday like That All New Punk, where they listen to new punk tunes for the first time and put them into a tier list, and WBRP, where Twitch subscribers get to submit one song per month for chat to listen to and discuss. And you can also find Colin on YouTube, where there's a bunch of variety content, including a series me and Colin do called Answering Questions Without Listening, at youtube.com/Colin M. Parker _. Thank you to Colin for making this show possible and for supporting everything that we do.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Cody Ashnaut says, oh man, the clouds behind you are great. The sky is really skying out there today.
It's pretty beautiful. We look like we're doing like a broadcast you would watch on an airplane. Like, welcome to the clouds. Join us. Miles up in the air, and we're all happy to be here. After you enjoy the safety demonstration from your flight attendants, tune back in to hear a little bit about what's going up, however many feet up a plane is.
At least 7.
At least 7.
You can see, I've pulled the sky cam to the front. You can see what a tenuous situation is. On the bottom left, you can see the edge of the windowsill of the inside of the house. And on the bottom right, you can see the top of the Capitol, I think.
Yeah.
Just peeking out over there, which I have hidden behind UI elements because, boom. It's a very narrow shot to get these clouds out the window, but it really does. It do be looking good today.
We're always trying to not really easily dox ourselves, but we're obviously not trying that hard.
You could dox us. You could dox us.
Don't.
You could, though.
Don't, though. There's
want
like,
to?
ugh.
Don't do that. Just talk to us.
Yeah, just hang, chill.
Yeah, just be our friend.
If you're lurking in chat waiting to dox, maybe calm down.
Yeah, don't dox
Maybe
us.
you're being a little spiky.
Yeah, Grok, get out of here. Don't dox us.
Don't dox.
60-watt Lightbulb says, ooh, I may be able to catch a bit of no bones today. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Jump in. It's a fun time. I don't remember what we're doing exactly. We might be doing Metric Chameleon. We might be doing Crab Champions. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I can rope everyone into doing Helldivers.
Also, I don't know why this never occurred to me, probably because I've never watched Neon Genesis because it just looked so sad. But we should watch it because it sounds exactly up your alley. Here's a description. The series has been described as a deconstruction of the mecha genre. It delves into the experiences, emotions, and mental health of the Evangelion pilots and Nerve members as they are called upon to understand the ultimate cause of events and the motives behind human action.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I need to see some screenshots to know if the style is.
Yeah,
what
you're
it is.
like, what the robots look like, though.
Well, because they get this. I just really don't like the weird. Why would I watch a thing about mechs if they're just going to look like big people with like round edges and like zoom, boring, snooze fest?
I do not think you would like the mechs in this.
Big, chunky, stompy, massive.
Yeah, you're
robot.
not going to like these mechs.
Nope, not at all.
They just look like Power Rangers.
They look like superheroes. I'm not fucking into superheroes. My mech, you know the robot that tears down the house in iRobot, which is also not a very good movie, but you know
It's a great movie. Shut your mouth.
Oh no, it's wicked.
It is. It's so good.
It's not as good as it could have been.
I guess. It's a great movie. Alan Tudyk's amazing.
Alan Tudyk is amazing in anything he does. Also, my friend Elias kind of looks like if Alan Tudyk had a baby with like Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
But the scene where Will Smith is in the house and is getting torn down by that big thing.
Yeah.
That's what I want robots to look like. You know, when they're too sleek, it just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
I have something completely unrelated to anime to talk about, though. Because Lightbulb has been doing some art, y'all.
Yeah, guys. This is serious. Wee-woo, art alert.
Not to just put you completely on blast, Lightbulb, but it's not even on blast. I'm just blowing up your spot. Lightbulb has been drawing, and Lightbulb has drawn some pretty iconic shit, and I need to put it up on this show right now. Mm-hmm. There is this new egg icon that has joined the world, courtesy of the channeling of Lightbulb, Madam Egg, Egg, who is a diva egg in fishnets, huge pink boots, a tiara, and big lashes. And this is the most glorious thing I think I've ever seen.
Egg, also pronounced leg, whichever is preferred.
Which is also very fitting. It's fucking amazing. I'm obsessed with
There
Egg.
There will be shirts. There will be items. We will be working on it.
100%. We got some more close-ups to some different views of Egg, Madam Egg,
She's
who is
everything.
my favorite. Oh my gosh, we just need some.
Yeah. We need to make a short that's just like those like sparkle flash edits in between. Elle, if you can get on that, I'll put it on all of our socials.
That would be lit. And Square says Patrick Star vibes. Yeah, with the Patrick Star legs.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and unshow all of my Discord. That's just the Arts and Crafts channel on our Discord, which you can join at bugandmouse.com. Dial on the magic telephone. Lightbulb has been on fire. Lightbulb drew our bug and frog. Lightbulb drew the new crab wizard picture, which I'm trying to find. Here we go.
So good.
Here we go. There's that one. The new crab wizard, which looks a lot like Sid in whenever we get together and play Crab Champions, because she's always got the magic scepter as the crab. But yeah, Lightbulb got a tablet, and Lightbulb is now unfucking stoppable.
We love it.
So shout out to 60 watts Lightbulb for just absolutely ripping it. I love your style so much.
So great.
It makes me so happy.
I also see where Az said that they have also been drawing, and I want to see everybody's art in the Discord.
Az, why haven't you been posting it? I want to see. I want to see anything anyone draws. I
love it so much.
I love art. What is the?
I love art.
What is the thing? I love love. What was that from?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
That's the voice I'm doing.
Well, love.
I love love. Anyway, that is Madam Egg. Very demure. Very egg. Yolks the most.
And we love to see
For
it.
sure. Lightbulb says, yes, as it can't just be me.
Yeah, more art.
Share that art.
More art. I have a thing to talk about.
Az says I haven't posted because it's a really self-indulgent thing and I'm nervy. The best art is self-indulgent.
So true.
Watch Action Button on YouTube. It's the most self-indulgent personal essays about video games.
And I love it.
And it is some of my favorite shit on the internet. It's more self-indulgent. I'm going to eat it up.
Yeah. I love seeing people do what they are passionate about doing. I think art should be self-indulgent.
100%. All right, Bug, what did you say?
I have a thing.
You have a thing?
Yeah, it's sort of a request, complaint, big idea.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Here's Bug's air quote big idea
Brain boom! You mean brain blast?
of the day.
So, I've been doing a lot of video editing. Narc Part 2 came out today. The video will probably come out later today. I'm almost done, but I had to go to sleep. But it looks so good.
Looks really good with
Thanks
visuals.
to Alex's visuals.
Visuals from Alex Taylor.
And
It's
Alex,
so dope.
I'll have to send you some little clips because I did some nasty shit. I learned how to make spheres. It's out of control. Anyway, speaking of learning how to make spheres, I came upon this sort of like UI-based conundrum. I have a lot of feelings about DaVinci, most of them incredibly positive. It's insane what they give you for free. It's great.
It's a color grading tool that grew way too many extra limbs and then is free.
Yeah, it's like a tool that is now a spider, and each leg is a different program they've pushed into it. And it is really cool. However, again, we're always coming from the perspective of like Reaper is kind of the goal, right? Like Reaper is such a well-crafted program. And from the perspective of someone who's always just been tangentially around computers, like my dad's a computer guy. I've always had computers. I've always kind of known a little bit too much, like just enough to get in trouble, but not been like a computer guy. The thing about Reaper that's cool is that the more you learn how to do, the more you understand the program. And that's a big ask for a program. And I understand that. But at the same time, it's kind of what I think a program should be. Like if you have something that you're creating in, whether you are drawing, editing video, editing audio, writing, I think the program itself should make sense. It's sort of like world building. It should make sense within the world it's created. DaVinci doesn't. That's fine.
It doesn't have very much internal consistency, no. And there's like UI elements are scattered everywhere. Also, you awoken Emily. Awokened? You woke up Emily like a sleeper agent. Emily pops up and goes, UI, user interface.
Hell yeah, dude. So the DaVinci UI is not the worst I've seen. Okay. I think one of a really good parallel to DaVinci to me is Scrivener. And these are two really niche pieces of software, but Emily, I think you might be the right target audience. I really love that I've learned how to use Scrivener. It's really useful. It's a piece of writing software. It is like this isn't what happened, but it's like it was vibe coded by someone who had never used a computer before. It is so fucking weird the way that it works. It's like trying to use mail merge in Microsoft Office, but like times 1,000. It is so nonsensical. All of this is to say, I have some small suggestions about how to improve these experiences, and I have one that I think would help programs like DaVinci. The problem with a program like DaVinci that Scrivener doesn't have to suffer with is that writing text doesn't take up a lot of space or processing power. Editing video does. And there's this thing I've noticed with editing video where you'll just try to use an effect and it'll crash. Like, it's just like, oh, you can't do that. That's so hard for your computer to deal with. I think, you know how like when you go to a restaurant on a menu, there's like a little fire icon to indicate that something is spicy?
Yeah.
I think they should put that on the stuff that's maybe going to do that.
Okay, so in software that is like higher lift software, stuff that's going to really engage your stuff, putting a little fire icon next to options that might tax your hardware. That's an interesting thought, Bug.
And here is why I think I am the right person to bring this up, and I think it's something that you would probably not think about, is that if I were to tell you the stuff that was crashing DaVinci, I know you would say, well, yeah, Bug, because your computer's blah, 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 blah. But I don't know what my computer is blah, 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 blahing. I'm just like a regular person trying to use this like multiply feature and see what it does. And then I'm like, this is cool. Let's turn it up to 100 because I've learned from doing stuff in Reaper that the best way to kind of see what something does is to hear it full blast and then like turn it down to where I want it. And sometimes when I do that in DaVinci, it breaks.
Yeah, well, doing video, the thing that's kind of explicitly risky with DaVinci is that the free version does not offer GPU acceleration, and so if you're working in a video in a video format in a codec that does not have intermediary frames, so like okay, I'll say it really succinctly. Video, like as you watch it on the internet now, if it's MP4 or MOV, or if it's in H.264, if you're familiar with that, not every frame, not every picture is being stored or being transmitted. What gets transmitted is one picture, and then the next frame is actually just a set of instructions on how to grab various pixels and slide them around.
Yeah.
Because that takes less data than storing every single frame. And so you compress the video by literally ripping out most of the frames and replacing them with information about how to sort of smear the old frames into the next ones, and then you just give it a new picture every time you absolutely need to. Have you ever seen a clip online where like the video, like you'll see someone start moving and then the scene will change, but like all the movement will be weird?
Yeah.
Or like someone will like move like this, but their face will have like the wrong texture, or like video moshing, data moshing, if you're familiar. That's when you cut out that raw frame and just put movement information on a frame that wasn't supposed to be moved. So when you're working with H.264 in something like DaVinci and you make a cut, you very well might be cutting right in the middle of a long string of no frames. That's just information. So your computer has to seek back to the previous keyframe, follow all the movement instructions, and then put that frame on screen for you to see in the time it takes you to click and go to that part of the video, which means pull up the file, find that point, seek back to that, slide forward in time so that you get the video on the screen. There are other codecs, intermediary codecs and editing codecs, that store every single frame, but that's how you end up with video files that are like a bajillion gigabytes. And that's tricky, right?
Yeah.
But it makes it a lot easier and faster to edit. GPUs on your computer, if you have like a plug-in GPU, and I'm not sure about iGPUs, I don't know, the integrated ones, but they have special paths for decoding video, specifically for decoding H.264 and H.265, which are this format. And they're really good at that. It's like a dedicated little spot that's like, hey, I'm really good at doing just this. The free version of DaVinci doesn't let you use that. It doesn't let you do that.
Which honestly, it still runs crazy good for that being the case.
It does. But that is why it can sort of perform pretty poorly. There's a great Tom Scott video about how video compression works that I think about a lot. Because I see that Bug Fan Club says, this is all brand new information for me. And Kween says, yo, that's crazy. It's so cool, though. Like, I love this shit.
Yeah.
But that's like part of it. So the thing about spiciness, and it's also dependent on like your hardware. So I know I'm immediately like, all right, Bug, let's put this idea into industry.
Well, no,
the only
I
thing
mean,
that'd be tricky is it'd have to be like dynamically based on your hardware.
No, so it
But I
could
love
be. It could be. Like, we definitely have the functionality for that. Like, a program can tell you, like, can tell what you're running. But I also think this is a very layman-based tool in my brain. Similar to food might be spicy, this icon is just to indicate to people who have no idea that this effect, it could even be in a lot of cases like user feedback based. Like, something has a little icon because like they're getting a lot of crash reports or like whatever else. Or it could be specifically, this is something that, depending on how a typical user's computer is set up, like I feel like there are things that just take more processing power.
Then it is tricky, though, because like Emily said, I actually think about this stuff a lot. In my work, we have used modals to let users know that this will take a while. A modal is just a window that pops up on top of other windows, MODAL. In my work, we've used modals to let users know this will take a while. The software is likely crashing because it's working and then you go to click on something else, which causes it to crash. So the problem with having an icon like this is you deal with icon overloads. Users ignore the notice. Or like, if something isn't particularly spicy, but if it gets interrupted, it crashes. Does that get a spicy logo? It does get tricky to implement.
Well,
the spirit of this is great, though.
And I think that now we're talking about having a key, and we're talking about like a little extra overlay you could toggle on or off depending on whether or not you needed it. It's honestly, the reason I bring this up is like, I don't really need it. I have a very powerful computer, but anytime I'm engaging with something that crashes on my computer, I'm thinking about all the computers. I've always had pretty powerful computers, except for like the 10 years I had a Chromebook and wanted to die.
Okay, fucking chip, Skylark, Dell, Inspiron.
This is just me trying to say that like, I've been really lucky. I've been really privileged. My dad worked at a computer company. And so like he's been able to access really good hardware for me. And I just know that's not the case for everybody. And when you're trying to make something work, it can just be so discouraging when you don't know what's wrong. So I think it could be really useful to have something that you're like, I might want to avoid this right now, or I might want to save before I hit this, or I might want to do XYZ.
N Squared fixed my joke. N Squared said microchip Skylark.
Thank you, N Squared.
N Squared also said when I use DaVinci on my shitty laptop, I got my timeline resolution down low as hell, proxy media, all of that. That's also like, that's good. I'm still do that proxy media shit on my computer because sometimes it really just chokes.
And for those of you who are like, you know, Emily and Mason, who you're always thinking about user experience, user interface, something...
I'm not as much as Emily is. Emily, it's literally her job.
No, I know. But like, you are the two people I'm talking to right now in this group. Something that this idea is really more, whether or not this idea is useful, what it really represents to me is the concept of parts of UI that are informational outside of that program. So my thought is, are there processes that are typically taxing, depending on your computer, that if you often see that's spicy in all the programs I open, you'd go, this is something that might take a lot of processing power. It's seeding knowledge. It's teaching you without teaching you.
Yeah. The trick is when to apply it because it is so dependent on so many different things. It's not like, did I put peppers in this? Yes or no? We put a spicy thing on it, you know? Mm-hmm. So there is, I like the spirit of it. Emily said this is called feedback and it's one of the pillars of usability.
Well, there you go.
6-Watt Livebulb said, my laptop that took 10 minutes to open Terraria. I have not yet played Terraria because I will absolutely get sucked into it. And Square says, we need HAL 9000 is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
A spicy icon for things that could crash your program is a fun idea. Implementation is tricky.
I guess my real question
it's a fun idea.
Is there, what I think is happening, based on my knowledge that I don't have, is that like, it was really funny because this didn't crash the program, but I turned an effect up to see what it looked like, and then I hit play, and my audio was just like, and I was like, it doesn't like that. So I turned it back down, and my theory was that because the effect that I was using was a duplicate effect, that it was in real time trying to render like hundreds of frames, and I wasn't realizing that that's what it was trying to do. So that seems like something that would always be a large load. Like, it's not so much that I'm saying the icon would mean this might crash your program, but the icon would mean this is a heavy processing load.
Yeah. Sorry, I totally wasn't listening.
That's okay.
I got distracted because I was like, we need to pivot to a new topic for the rest of the show.
Let's pivot.
And so I went and I grabbed a voicemail, but then I got sucked into reading it because the transcript is fucked.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Bug.
That's okay. Let's move on.
This is a voicemail, 848 Moss Bug. This is a voicemail from Ty that came in the beginning of this month. So it's a pretty old one. I realized we missed a few. This is from Ty.
Hello, Bug and Moss. I was recently listening to an episode where you guys were talking about how if the audio for something is good, you will suffer through the visuals being bad. And that's just like a commonly known thing. And I generally agree with that. But it reminded me of this time that I went to see a movie and the movie starts and it is crunchy and distorted, and like clearly they have pushed the volume too high for the speakers or something. And like I'm looking around the room, everybody seems immediately bothered by this. Like it is a problem. And then like as we're all just like me and a couple other people are sort of gearing up to get up and go say something to the people. The movie starts going and nobody could step away. Everybody was just immediately captured by the beginning of this movie. And I just looked around the theater as everybody just kind of sat back down and locked in and suffered for the next like 2 hours with this horrible audio experience because none of us could get away from what we were watching.
What?
And I guess this could be like an open-ended question of what have you guys ever had that experience of something being so good that in some ways that you like had to ignore the faults? Yeah, that's my question for you guys.
Ty, are you just gonna not tell us what movie this was?
I'm so curious what movie it was. I also assume that it's different in a movie theater because like you paid $400 for these tickets
that's
and
true.
like any candy if you didn't sneak in all your own candy. And so I can imagine being like, well, I guess if it's starting and no one's kicking me out, I'm just gonna sit.
Well, and if
through
there's
it.
nobody like me in the theater who's gonna be like, I'm getting my money back. So
Crackly, distorted audio, I can imagine though that ruined the entire movie experience. Whereas if the movie had like a couple dropped frames, or was it a slightly lower resolution, or was a little out of focus, in a movie theater that might be more impactful because of how fucking big the thing is. But generally speaking, I think it is generally largely very true that audio is more important than visuals, because like you could fully enjoy a lot of that movie without looking at it. You know what I mean? But that audio being terrible and people sitting down, I think is a little Stockholm syndrome-y, because I think it's like, well, I paid to be here.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll get better, and like maybe I can ignore it. It's kind of like when you watch a movie at a friend's house on a TV with speakers that are like built into the TV, and they're really quiet and they're like tinny, and so everything just sounds like really thin. You're like, well, this is the speakers we have. We're watching this.
I think this is really fun because I used to pirate a lot of movies, and my standards for pirating a movie are like, it can look like whatever, but if the audio is bad, like they're in a loud theater literally filming the screen, I hate it. Like, but if I see that it's filmed, like that they have filmed the pirate, I won't immediately click away, because sometimes they replace the audio track. Because that is like an understood thing. Like you'll somehow get the audio track or record that at a different time, but you have like a better pirate of the screen. And I think that's a really weird example of this in action.
N Squared said same. N Squared also said, side note, just watched Odyssey IMAX 70mm on Saturday, and that was great.
I really want to see Odyssey.
I'm curious about it too. I've heard that the IMAX took away from it, like that it wasn't worth doing in IMAX because of the artisticness you can get out of shots that you don't have to frame for a square aspect ratio or whatever it is. But I'm curious about that. That's also like dipshits online. Who knows what the fuck they're thinking?
Yeah. Also, I would definitely. I feel like that's a weird critique. I haven't seen it, but I'm like, I think you can artistically do anything in any sort of aspect ratio. It's weird to me to just be like, that feels maybe like it's like, this doesn't look like movies I normally watch, and so I don't think it's good.
As says, you guys ought to see these nuts. They're snoods. They're snoods. I'm going to play that at the end of this, the video
Hell
from
yeah.
Jordan. They're snoods. I want to know what movie this was, Ty. What movie did people what did you sit and suffer through with terrible audio? I also would probably have been the person who would like go out and be like, hey, I think there's a problem in this
No
theater.
fucking shot. You'd sit right back down and watch the damn movie.
No,
I've seen you in it. Maybe.
I would leave probably.
Yeah, but you'd be the kind of person who'd be like, well, I mean, they're probably going to fix it. It's not really their fault. And oh gosh, and you sit right fucking back down.
I don't want to make waves. I want to give everyone a chance.
I'm going to make waves because nobody fucking else is. And we all deserve to, first of all, if it was me and it was my theater, I'd be like, how come none of these adult people came and told me the audio's fucked up? I'm not in there. And then I find out everyone's like, yeah, the audio was super. This is like if you do a stream and everyone's like, you were out of sync the whole time, but it was really good. And you're like, what do you mean I was out of sync the whole time?
Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I would do if I would suffer through it.
I will say, N Squared said you could probably still get a refund afterwards. Yeah, but I'm also the guy who's like, so you ate the sandwich and you want a refund?
You ought to see the refund policy.
Yeah, really good. Thanks.
Sorry, Bug. I'm out of it. I'm losing steam. We stayed up way too late last night, and I'm really tired.
Yeah, we do this thing on the weekends sometimes where we stay up too late. I have a couple announcements for everybody. One, I will not be here.
I have an announcement too.
Okay, I'm going to finish mine first.
Yeah, yours is more important.
I will not be here Thursday, so Moss needs a co-host. I'm doing a coffee training with Joe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. This Thursday, you're doing a coffee training with Joe. So who wants to co-host the show with me Thursday morning?
And
message me in Discord.
If somebody wants to do that, it'll be really cool too, because it could be a little bit of a practice because we need someone to cover the show next Wednesday.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then next Wednesday, we're
seeing Hillary Duff on Tuesday night.
That's right. We bought tickets like forever ago to go see Hillary Duff.
Yeah, we're going with Atticus to see Hillary Duff. It's going to be so fun.
Yeah. Daddy just got modded again for calling someone a scumbag.
That's really funny, though, because, like, don't mod people for saying scumbag.
Well, I turned our Twitch moderation up to try and hold some of those bot sellers off.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so we're going to need someone to cover the show the Wednesday after this next week.
Yeah, Elle, have you listened to Hillary Duff's new album? Almost nobody thinks it's as good as I do. I bought it. I bought
really
the album.
I think it was great.
I know, but like all my friends who normally listen to pop are like, yeah, I don't really know. It's fine. And I'm like, really? I think it's so good. I think it's a great album. Her husband is a music producer who's worked with people like Carly Rae Jepsen and stuff. And they put out a really good, like, sounds really cool album.
It's really fun. It's very Hillary Duff, but it's like fun and fresh and different. I like it.
Yeah. And it fits her. The music is all really her. And I mean, I loved listening to Hillary Duff growing up. Like, I'm a fan of her music already, but it's like her old music is bad. And I feel like this album shows that she knows that. I bought the digital copy because it has a bunch of not remasters, redos. Like, she re-recorded a bunch of her old songs and they sound so fucking good. And her voice has just matured because she's like a grown up.
Emily said one time Alex and I went to go see 6 Million Ways to Die in the West, but they actually played a different movie and they couldn't fix it for some reason, so they just gave us all refunds. That's
literally what happens when everybody who works at your business is 16 and nobody can get there in time, and they're like, we don't know how to do. I don't know. Does anybody know? How do movies now? It's not still.
It's a digital projector.
Okay, so how do they get the files?
Big hard drives that are probably I don't know if this is true anymore, but back in the day, like stuff like that, media used to be carried by a union rep who would sometimes be chained to the case that the thing was in. I experienced
that once because I recorded L and I think Habe both did this too. We recorded Carmina Burana with the Lex Philharmonic, and they were very protective of it. So when we got to listen to it, they brought someone who was like chained to a briefcase, and they sat there the whole time we listened to the CD, and then they took it because they had paid for the rights to sell that. And they were not fucking around.
But yes, the art industry does protect artists. No, that's psychotic behavior.
Yeah.
Artificial scarcity and greed. It's ridiculous, man. But yeah, people literally chain to that. That's super common in radio too, or like you're flying around, with songs, or like if you're bringing new music somewhere.
Yeah.
Just get over it.
Dude.
But then at the same time, you see stuff like what that movie leaked like a couple days before it was the Avatar movie leaked. And so like that sucks. Like I'm not in favor of everything leaking, but I also don't think we have to be crazy like that.
Well, I mean, I think
And then 60 Watts Light Bulb says, and yet Gen AI.
Exactly.
Yeah. Suddenly, it's all fair game.
This is the thing, is like, this isn't to protect the art of the artist, it's to protect the companies who have invested in the art of the artist.
Yeah.
And so we're not talking about an artist saying, I'm going to be really protective of my work. That is absolutely your prerogative and you're right if that's your art. But this scarcity is created by a system who makes it so hard for you to just like live and exist making your art.
Yeah, it's crazy. As says, y'all, someone is quadruple parked at my spot at work right now. Should I get him?
Yeah, dude, what do you even mean?
Quadruple
park
parked?
On top of them.
Yeah. Get 3 other friends and park on all 4 of their corners.
I think you can block them in, and I think you should.
What can Az do? We got a couple minutes left in the show. What can Az do that will not get her in trouble, but will stop this from continuing?
Okay, everything I'm saying is illegal.
Baloney.
Don't break a empty bottle in your car and put glass under their tire. Don't put a nail under their tire. Don't
mess with the tires.
Don't do any of that. Don't put baloney on their car either. That's going to eat away the paint and be like so impossible to get repaired.
Just leave a note that's like, I left you a snack because it seemed like your blood sugar was low or something because you parked a little bit crazy. Thought you might need to pick me up.
You could leave them a note that said, that started with cough, cough. I'm sick and you quadruple parked in my spot and now I'm sad.
Yeah, you could be like this. I grew up in these 4 spots.
Yeah, that actually would be so funny. It would be so funny to leave a note that's like, hey, I was born in these spots.
Hey, these are my spots.
I was raised where you parked.
60 Watts Light Bulb has the only one that I actually will endorse as doing. Coloring page saying practice staying in the lines.
That's so fucking funny.
You got to get like a Paw Patrol coloring book or something from like the aisle at
get
Walgreens.
the propaganda. And if that happened to me, I'd be like, When you're right, you're right. I'm sorry. I parked bad today.
That's so rough. No, but you don't quadruple park on accident. You quadruple park on purpose. You quadruple park because you think that your car is too fancy for other people to park near. Or you quadruple park because you got a big truck and you want to be a dickhead.
And also, usually, your truck is too fancy because you didn't buy it to haul anything ever, so you're afraid of anybody touching your truck, which is a dually? What do you mean? Why do you have a dually?
I will say, there are times when I understand people taking up multiple parking spots, and those people always do it as far away from the establishment. That is exactly what I was going to say. As possible.
I don't get mad when people do it in the back.
No, that's fine. If you're doing it really far away, like sometimes there are trucks or vans that need to unload a bunch of bullshit, or, they need to like take care of stuff, or someone has like an antique car or something that they really are worried about taking care of. As if you're far from the building, that's fine. And
I think that's appropriate.
Crazy. Yeah. O'Donnell says, letting those nuts hang, and then in parentheses, small. which is
that's fucking
me.
Right.
Yeah. 60 Watts Level says, or if the disabled spots are taken. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But, so you got to take a moment to assess before you put, I don't know, eggs, bologna, cheese, Coca-Cola, whatever, in the gas tank, coloring pages.
Banana in the tailpipe.
And Square says, I never get mad at people doing it in the back.
Same.
Emily says, I'm really big when I haul the horses. I park really far away to take up as little space as possible.
Yeah, dude. And if someone, we see horse trailers.
Yeah.
There's horse trailers all the time here. And it's like, when I even go to Kroger, our Kroger has such a fucking small parking lot. It's like a joke. Everything in the city is a joke. They're not building any more parking, and they're just putting businesses off the same side access roads to the bypass. And it's going to actually cause the city to implode, I think. But it's fascinating because it has a super small parking lot, and people still like very considerately park, like take up 4 spaces in the back row of the little parking lot. Totally fine, never a problem. And then there's always some goddamn Yahoo in the very front, parked in between 2 spaces in their truck. And like, hey, no.
Yeah, they're just like parked upside down and sideways across 7 spaces.
Yeah, and somehow blocking the cart corral. Like, what are you doing?
It's not any like hard and fast rules about location or placement. It's about courtesy.
Yeah, and speaking of courtesy, guys, 1, put your cart away. And 2, don't do what I literally saw someone do the other day, which is as they were walking out of the store and other people could see them, leaving their cart in the middle of the walkway 4 feet from where they go.
Why?
And it was a mom and her like teen daughter, and I'm like, one of you can put this away. There are 2 of you.
That's bonkers. Az says that she posted what she did in Discord. We'll have to check that out. Join the Discord.
Join us on Discord to see.
bugandmoss.com/Discord. Thank you for joining us. Bones Crew at 5 p.m. And I love you, Bug.
I love you, Moss.
This is Bug and Moss.
Did I say I was going to play something right at the end?
Yeah, the Jordan thing.
What Jordan thing?
These nuts.
Oh, there's nuts. There's nuts. The thing from Jordan. There's nuts. Well, I can't find it. It's going to be next week.
Oh. Next week?